Hey, what is going on everyone? It is me, Mr. Mario, and I am bringing you all my first impressions, overlook, review, whatever you want to call it, of the Titanfall beta. Now, I'm doing this specifically over the beta because I have only played the open beta that is out right now, the whole Valentine's Day beta thing, and in addition to that, the game itself is not retailing for another month. But first off, talking about that, I feel like this game is quite an accurate representation of what we're going to get with the final product, and if that is the case, I will say right off the bat, I'm actually very happy with it. You might be asking first off, what is Titanfall? Because there's a lot of people that do not know about it. Titanfall is pretty much being slated as the next new killer app, killer FPS that's supposed to come out. In case you don't know, the original people from Infinity Ward, one of the original teams, the people who made the original Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare and Modern Warfare 2, ended up branching off and they ended up making Respawn Studios, which then worked a few years on this game, and here we have Titanfall to show for it. Now, has it been worth the wait? Is it really worth playing? You know, I would say so far I'm very happy with it. Now, does it live up to everyone's expectations? Probably not, but we'll go ahead and get into this review and I'll talk about, you know, what I like, what I didn't like about it, and what my initial impressions are and everything. First off, I'll say for once that my platform of choice on this is actually PC. When it comes to graphics and all that, I'll say this, I'm actually very impressed with the two. Now, maybe it's not the best looking game out there, but it does look pretty damn good in my opinion, and in addition to that, I really didn't notice that much of a difference between the Xbox One and the PC versions. On the PC, I'm running it on an i5 2500K, and my video card is a Radeon HD 7850 with everything maxed out. I was able to run it with really no issues and everything looked great. While I was on Xbox One, I was playing it on there, and the only issue I really had, aside from server issues, which everyone had, is that the loading screens are a lot longer on Xbox One, but it's maybe longer by like 10 or 15 seconds, but if you're really itching to get into a multiplayer game, that feels like a minute or two. But that's really the only thing I've noticed, so with this game, I would say, pick whatever platform is going to make you happier. If you're happier on console because you have more friends on there and you like the controller, do that. If you have more friends on PC and you like the keyboard and mouse more, go ahead and get it on PC. Now, the reason why I also prefer it on PC is because for some reason, it just feels like everything works better with the keyboard and mouse. Now, the controller for the Xbox One is great for this game, don't get me wrong. I mean, hell, it was even really made with Titanfall in mind because Microsoft's really banking on this being the next, you know, big shooter out there. But I'll say, I was playing it on PC and everything just seems to flow a lot better, and I even felt like I was doing much better on PC, which really wouldn't surprise me because, I mean, it is factual, keyboard and mouse is going to be more accurate and snappier than a controller any day of the week. Now that all the angry fanboys are typing in what's going on, you know, with the platforms and all, let's go ahead and talk about the game itself. So first off, the game is 6 players versus 6 players on every team. There's 2 teams, and I've mostly been doing, you know, team deathmatch on here. Now, you might be thinking 6v6, that's kind of low. Well, it feels like it, but I did not really have, you know, my standards heightened or lowered for it, due to the fact that the developers had addressed this, and they had said, you know, about a month or so ago, that they had tried experimenting with everything, and it's not a console limitation, it's that they figured the game works best, like the playstyle is the best when you have 6 players with 6 other players, and I wholeheartedly agree with that. I think it's great. Now, does this mean they're not going to, you know, expand later on or maybe shrink down the player size for a few maps? No, but 6 versus 6 is pretty even is what I felt like. In addition to that, the game itself, each player plays as a pilot where you're running around killing things, and whatever you kill, depending on how you kill it and what you do and everything, you get more time shaved off to get your Titan faster, and then even if you want to, each player could have a Titan roaming around in free roam mode, kind of, so like just following you around and such. So you can have anywhere from 6 to 12 players on the map at any time with that. In addition to that, there's also scout players, which the scout players, I will say, the AI, they are AI players. They are very easy. I feel like they're probably going to get buffed up in a few patches because if people really want to, they can just run around and find all the scouts and just buff up their score that way. But what I'm trying to say is, with all those other AI players and all the other AI components, it feels like a very full game. The game is fast, the map sizes are perfect, and you really don't feel like you're missing out on anything. It feels like there's stuff always going on, no matter what is happening. Now, if you've been looking at the screen, you can see that I am showing gameplay from the Xbox One version, and you might be wondering, okay, is it really worth buying and such? I will say, this beta has actually changed my mind. I do want to go out and get the game now, and I am happy about it. The only thing is, I really don't want the game to come out in the first week and it doesn't work the first week. That is the only thing that is really stopping me from doing a pre-order right now. Because if I can't use the game the first 2 weeks it's out, why should I buy it the first 2 weeks it's out? That's my whole thing. So honestly, what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably just going to gamefly the Xbox One version, and then when it's like completely playable and all that, I'll probably pick it up on PC and whatnot, and we'll be good from there. Now, do I think this game is a COD killer of any kind? Honestly, I really don't think so. Reason being is that Call of Duty is Call of Duty, but I was talking with a friend about this as well, and actually a few friends, and we were all saying the one thing that Call of Duty has over this game right now is that Call of Duty is still a competitive game. You can still take it to MLG and other competitions, while as with this, I really don't see that. With how the maps are set up, with how the AI is set up, everything like that, it is not meant to be a competitive game. Now, does this mean it's a bad game? Absolutely not. I think it's a fantastic game. But I don't think it's going to be a Call of Duty killer. I think it's going to sell very well. I think many people will buy consoles based on this title alone if they haven't already, and I really think it's going to move units. But is it a Call of Duty killer? Unfortunately, probably isn't. Unfortunate for me, because I'm tired of Call of Duty. If you like Call of Duty, that's cool with you. It's all good. No hard feelings. Anyways, do I have anything to say about this game that might be good or bad? Well, the only other thing I really might have to say is that I feel like this game is going to get a lot of balancing during its lifespan. Right now, people haven't figured out how to exploit things, and it's a pretty even playing field, especially since it is a limited beta at the moment. But when the final retail game drops, I feel like there's going to be a lot of things that are buffed, nerfed, changed around, whatever you want to call it. But is that a bad thing? Not really, because it's a multiplayer experience and it does need to be balanced out, which I am fully supportive of. Aside from that, I really don't have anything bad to say about it. I just hope the game works once it comes out. Now, do I think it's a perfect game? No. But do I think it's a solid to a very good game? Yes. And I'm quite happy with it, and I would recommend trying it out. And really, the only people I've seen that have said bad things about it are one person who follows me on YouTube here, and they just hit me up on Twitter and they said, you know, I kind of disagree with your opinion on this. I really don't think the game's that fun. It might grow on me. Aside from that, the only other people I've seen that have complained are people who have only watched alpha and beta footage. Keyword, they have watched footage. They haven't played it, and you know, a good majority of these people, I'll be honest, are, you know, other console fanboys and whatnot, so you know, if they only have a PS4, they're going to be trying saying, oh yeah, well, you know, Titanfall is terrible. Look, I'll put it like this. If you don't have an Xbox One, you only have a PS4 or whatnot, and you don't want to play the game, that's fine, but that doesn't mean the game is automatically bad. I can say that with other games, and honestly, there are plenty of other games I have seen footage of that look terrible, and then once I play them, they're actually very fun. So, you know, I would recommend trying this out if you could get into the beta of it, which it does seem easy enough to get into. If I had extra beta codes, I'd kind of throw them around, but unfortunately I did get some extra codes and I have given them out already to a few friends, so hopefully they'll be dropping with me on here. Anyways, this is Mr. Mario signing off. Thank you for watching, everyone, and hopefully I'll bring you all some more Titanfall footage, and you know, just stay tuned for the videos. By the way, thank you for all the support. I really appreciate it, just all the views, everything. Thank you. Anyways, this is Mr. Mario signing off for real this time. Later, everyone.